Brian, I'm going to ask you again. Are we ready?
Okay, we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Checks Out. I am your host and apparently sidekick Ted with our star, Damon, and the guy who runs the board and the music and all the stuff that we do here at Audiohive Podcast Studio, Brian. Damon, let's start the show.
Let's start the show, and let's also say that we have a sponsor this week.
We have a sponsor this week?
We do. We have a sponsor this week. We have Healy's House Recording Studio.
I've been there. That's a great studio.
You have been there. It is. And actually, it's gotten way more impressive. It's pretty cool. So in reality, what we do here at Audiohive with Brian records all kinds of podcasts. You do some commercials and stuff too for people, right, Brian?
For podcasts.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Well, I think you could do others if you wanted to. I mean,
right. I mean, you could, but the fact of the matter is, what Healy's House does is they do more on the music side. They'll create beats. They do our intro and outro music here.
Yeah, I wondered we're going to get to that. Yeah. That awesome music here in the beginning was from Dan.
Yeah, it's from Dan Healy. So with Healy's House, okay, you can reach them. You can email them, Dan at Healy's House, which is HELIES house.com. Or he's on Facebook at Healy's House, spelled the same way. And we're going to put the links on our page and stuff. We'll have everything up. But he's our sponsor this week, his studio. It's a great place. And he wants to do a competition with us.
Oh.
He asked if we were ready for a new intro music. And I said, you know what? I really like our intro music. I do. It's different than a lot of other people. I like it. But he has offered to maybe do like a 4 or 5 beat competition where we could let people decide if we need to change or if we need to stay. And he wants to do that. Now, I'm a little nervous because...
the whole podcast?
Yeah, people get to decide if you change
right.
or go away.
Yeah.
I know my vote.
I just got voted off the island, so the Coles will not be finished, and I will not be staying. So, but no, can you turn me up too in my cans? I really cannot hear myself at all, Brian.
Here we go, Brian.
I cannot hear myself at all. And I got to be honest with you, I have a pretty...
That checks out with Diva and Ted. We'll be right back after these technical difficulties.
So again, I do want to thank Dan Healy and Healy's House Recording Studio. And again, we're going to...
Dan Healy at Healy's House. You can find him at Dan Healy at Healy's House. Healy's House. You've got to say it 3 times.
3 times. That's how it works, right?
That's how it works.
Yeah, we just subliminally put that in your brain.
Yeah. Just don't do it with Beetlejuice. I hear that's bad.
Yeah. So I look forward to he wants to get us in there and kind of get our take on some of it. I have a feeling that once you're in there with him, I'm going to be
I have a feeling it's going to get stupid.
Yeah,
if the 3 of us are in there.
Well, he's very creative and he's very fun too. So yes, it's going to get dumb. So, but no, I want to thank him and thank the studio, and then get into the week here. Anything cool happen this week?
I don't know if it's cool, but Ted in Public happened yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, because I was at Popeyes, not Olive Oil's house, with Pluto or Brutus, depending on your opinion.
Eating some spinach,
but with the world the way it is, when I travel for work, so when I'm doing lunch, like I try to be outside of the place, so I can be in my own car and be away from people because that's what people prefer right now. I think they prefer that with me anytime.
Right,
but
that's my preferred method.
I can excuse the pandemic for it right now.
Yeah.
So this guy cuts me off and gets into the drive-thru ahead of me, rolls down the window, and I don't. There's no activity. He's not looking towards the thing. I can't. Finally, I roll my window down, and I hear hello. It's the Popeyes people talking out to the guy in the car, and he's like, "Hold on a second, you guys got a fish?" And they're like, "Excuse me?" Like, "Yeah, you just got a fish sandwich." Now, when this is being recorded, it is still Lent. Like, Easter has not happened.
Right.
Everywhere has a fish sandwich.
Right.
Like, you can't throw a rock and not hit a place with a fish sandwich.
Vegan places have fish sandwiches.
Right. It is fish time. That's the Filet-O-Fish is like the whole town smell like Filet-O-Fish right now because they're cranking those out like hotcakes, like Flappies.
Yeah. Like Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah. Like Filet-O-Fish. That's a good one. We're going to use that. So my point of that, there's signs everywhere on the menu board right that we pass to get to the speaker board. Every window is like slapped up with, "Hey, this is our new Cajun flounder sandwich." That's how many signs.
Wait, so anybody other than like Helen Keller, Ray Charles, or Stevie Wonder knows they have a fish sandwich?
Timestamp. Yes, that is correct. Damon. So they said, "Yeah, we have a Cajun fish sandwich." He's like, "I want that plain." They're like, "Okay." He's like, "Just fish and bread." And at this point, I want to be like, "We all know what plain means, jackass." Some of us are on a lunch break, and then they're like, he's like, "Okay. What else?" He's like, "Hold on." And then I see he's talking on the phone to someone. He's like reading the menu to someone at home.
No way.
And because of these, I don't know if you can go into fast food restaurants or not. I know because those are corporate owned, a lot of those, they still aren't doing in-store dining. So I don't even know if you can go in them, but that's an inside order. That's clearly an inside order. When the person you're going there doesn't know what's on the menu.
Or is that the absolute long con? We talked about it where you're ordering more food for yourself.
Oh.
So that's a way bigger long con.
It's a good point. Because then,
hey, just no ketchup.
So we've already established this is how he asked for fish.
Right.
So then he comes back with, you got a fish? Well, I thought we'd established that. And they're like, well, we have the sandwich. He's like, no, just like a fish. And they're like, you mean not a sandwich? Yeah, like a fish. I am like I'm about to lose it. And then like, no, we just have the sandwich. He's like, okay, I'll take a chicken sandwich then. The combo fries with Sprite. Now Popeye's turn to be an idiot. Okay, I'm sorry. What was the side? They're like, he's like fries. And like, what was the drink? Ice cream out my window. Sprite. He wants the Sprite.
He wants it large and he wants to pull up. Yeah. He's done.
He wants 2 of your apple cinnamon pies too.
Given to the car behind him.
Right. He said he'd pay for him for the car behind him. He's a great guy. So that guy pulls around. The funny thing is they come back out and I'm next. And like, what can we do for you, sir? I'm like, I want the Cajun flounder sandwich plain. That's just fish and bread with a, in the combo, fries and a Diet Coke. And they were like, I'm like, I'm just going to pull around. I'll talk to you up there. He's like, drove around. But I'm shortening the story up. It was a good 5 minutes. That guy is just sitting there going, you could just see her mumbling kind of like, and then they also have, and they also have a piece of chicken. They have these red brains in it, or you could get a. I'm like, they have the internet at home, right? Just tell them to look it up.
Right, yeah. Hey, what is Laura Ingalls ordering?
No,
what are you at Little House on the Prairie?
I'll get that a lot too. Like, hey, I'm going to pick up dinner. Do you want anything? And I'm like, hold on, let me look at the menu. And I'm like, oh, I'm already in line.
Right.
Did you decide when you were in line that you were getting in line? You couldn't have told me ahead of time to give me a chance to pull up the menu and look at it? Because I know that, like, if you would have
you were a major afterthought there.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all going to come in with delicious food.
That guy's going to want some food, I bet.
You think Dad's going to want to eat?
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, somebody call him. Hey, tell him we're in line.
If it's the dog, we could just get an extra order of fries and throw him some. Dad might want something specific, though.
Yeah.
And not a restaurant like he's familiar with. Let's go someplace new so he's never seen it.
Right.
Like I got a link earlier. I kept clicking on it. It's one of those places where they won't tell you the menu unless you tell them where you are.
Yeah.
So they're like, enter your zip code. We'll tell you what menu is local to you. So I type in the zip code we live in.
Right.
No restaurants near you. I'm like, okay. So I go to the next major town over Aurora, one of the biggest towns in Illinois. I type in that zip code. There are no restaurants near you. So finally I had a text back, where are you?
Yeah.
Like, where did you go today on a whim that this restaurant doesn't know where I am?
We're in a tool shed in Wyoming, and he has spaghetti and blankets.
Turns out they reopened Disney, Ted. We're on our way. We're in Chattanooga.
Because we're in line.
Yeah.
Do you want to go?
Yeah. It's social distancing, so we're in line.
Yeah, this is awkward.
So we're somewhere outside of Atlanta.
It's a small world, everybody. Yeah. But so when somebody's ordering like that, because realistically, so
he wanted a Sprite.
But I want a fish sandwich, plain fish and bread. Now, your next statement. Do you guys have just fish? Yeah. Cancel one more item on your sandwich. And yes, we have just fish.
You know what? We have just fish and a bread carrier. We hand it out to you in bread.
Yeah. That's exactly how it goes.
And people are like, hey, Ted, why do you get your sandwiches plain on? And if there's like vegetables on it, like lettuce and tomato and everything, I'll get that. But
well, you don't like mayo.
I don't like mayo, but I also don't need, like, if you look at the menu board and like the sandwich is 500 calories. If you take the mayo out, it's like 300 calories.
Right.
Like, I don't need the extra calories for something I don't like at all.
Yeah.
We ordered from a place the other day and I said, I want the dinner. I want the chicken and a Cajun chicken. So it's just a grilled chicken breast with Cajun spices on it and a baked potato. Seems safe. And then I'm doing something, I don't know what I was doing, but I had to get interrupted for, like, they're like, come in, like, oh, they accidentally delivered sandwiches with fries instead. I'm like, that's not what I wanted at all. And then I go down there and there was mayonnaise on the sandwich.
Yeah.
So I scrape it off as much as I can. And then I take one bite. Hey, guess what? They put mayonnaise on both sides of the bun. So like I had scraped off a little bit on the top, but man, they ghost slime that bottom bun. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, when those buns are tight, they use the mayonnaise to slide the chicken in.
Well, maybe I didn't know what I had ordered from.
There's also a footprint that says Nike sideways where they had to jam that chicken in there because they want a little dry on top, Ted.
Yeah.
So
I know I come off like a diva in this, but man, I don't want the mayonnaise. Don't want it.
right. And so I really I seldom eat mustard, okay? But if you get a hot dog, it's got to go on a hot dog.
If you get a hot dog sandwich, right? I'm with you.
No.
I'm with you.
We're not going through there. Rabbit hole. Rabbit hole averted.
However, I had someone on Facebook this week, 2 people actually, be like, "Hey, did you know a hot dog is a sandwich?" Oh, I jumped right on that. I'm like, I have a podcast I'd like to bring you on.
Yes. Yeah.
It's called That Checks Out.
Apparently, you've never listened.
It was recorded in April of last year, but I'd like you to come on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go back in
And
time.
if you could bring some fried Oreos, you'd make my partner
Oh
happy.
yeah, you wouldn't even notice that you're correct about hot dog being a sandwich. So, what about your week?
Nothing. I
I'm
seriously,
glad I had a good story then.
Yeah,
'cause, you had nothing.
no, yeah. We finished with the cliffhanger.
Excuse me. I'm glad I had a story.
Yeah. What about you, Mac? Anything good?
Yeah, last week it was kind of
Yeah, morbid.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? That reminds me, Mac, we got gifts for you.
Oh, that's right.
So since you normally get up and walk around the studio, would you mind walking over here and getting
Yeah.
the gifts? Please? Come on,
All right.
Mac. Come on.
We felt bad for how badly we treated you last time.
Yeah, we felt bad.
For those of you who did not listen last time, we hate you. Go listen.
Yeah.
And to catch you up,
Yeah.
Mac lost some chickens.
Yeah. He lost some chickens and
lost his ticket lately. But
Last week you got a little morbid with them. They were
Well-
murdered by a feral cat.
yeah. Yeah. So hey, take it back over, get on the mic and you can
Yeah.
open those up and you can see because what's weird is we didn't really discuss this.
Yeah, we didn't discuss this.
So
I got in Damon's car because we ride together.
And
And he's like, I'm like, what's this?
He goes, what's the Macy's bag? Well, first off, I would never buy you anything from Macy's because they're expensive there. But I put it in a nice bag to make you think like, man, this is great.
That's how I knew it wasn't for me because it was
Yeah,
in
you're
the
gonna
Macy's
want to
bag.
mic up probably before you open those.
Yeah, we want to.
we want to get an
I want to
honest
hear
response
Brian's
here.
response because I don't even know what's in Damon's bag.
Yeah, yeah. No, I will tell you right now.
And now that you've monitored yourself in a monitor fort, we can't even see what's in Damon's bag.
you are one blanket away from having to know a password to get over there.
There's a live chicken in here.
Is he
I'm gonna be real
sneezing?
upset.
Is he sneezing? All
There's no.
right, he's opening my bag. Nice.
If there's a live chicken in Ted's and there's a live cat in mine, that
could
would
be
be
baby
so
chicken.
awesome.
Oh, look, it's an egg.
It's an egg. Yeah.
It's an egg?
Yeah. You're gonna like this. There's stuff in the egg.
Oh, what's in the egg?
Let's
What's in the egg, Mac?
It's some peeps.
I got you 2 new
Oh,
chicks.
2 new chickens.
One from each of us.
Oh man.
Look how nice I am. I got him 2 new chickens.
Hey, the good news is chickens at my house like that last until Christmas time. Then we throw them away when we get candy canes. So those last a long time at my house.
I'm gonna
Actually,
put these
yeah,
in
you
the
can-
microwave so they grow up real fast.
You don't have to throw them away. By that time, you just put hooks in and put them on the tree.
Right. Yeah.
They've literally become glass ornaments at that point.
So now you
Should I
gotta
put the hooks in now or then?
Yeah.
you gotta check your other bag now.
No,
because
put them
I'm
in you
gonna tell
because you put enough of those in, you get a prize of diabetes.
oh, for
Well, hey, you're beeping that one for free.
Yeah, that's a free beep. So we're gonna
Hey.
timestamp
It is.
that.
So that's a dozen eggs.
1 dozen eggs.
Which were hard boiled, and now
they're hard boiled.
They're delightfully
I
cut.
can eat these right now.
Well, are they all hard boiled? You have to ask yourself. Do you feel lucky? And now,
Chickens.
hey, did you?
guys are-
So what's
Whoa,
what's on the
okay.
eggs?
I'm sorry. I
What's-
meant his family, not you, Ted.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that's true. Your family are a-holes.
What's on the eggs, Mac?
Oh, cats.
Cats with blood in their mouth and dead
Yeah.
chickens and R.I.P. and tombstones. And you want to know?
You're
what's,
kidding me.
You want to know what's
Only I
great?
could turn the. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna bring this over here.
Oh, why do you have the camera on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to get some of that on camera. So realistically, here's what happened. Last night, my daughter, my buddy Jeremy, we decided the kids were going to split up. So the boys went to his house, spend the night. The girls came to my house, spend the night. So I had a 10-year-old, 11-year-old girls at my house, and I needed eggs colored. So I said, on Good Friday, mind you, I said, we need to color some eggs. And I said, I don't care if they're all white, but I said, here's the premise. So I tell my daughter, and I said, a cat killed his chickens. So I'm giving him eggs. And she goes, really? And I said, yeah. And she goes, what do you want to put on the eggs? I said, well, cats killed chickens. What are you going to do? Tombstones, R.I.P. She goes, okay. She goes, can I do a bloody chicken head? I said, yes. She goes, can I do a bloody cat face? Yes. So I have these 2 delightful young girls.
Oh yeah, they
just coloring
Seem
coloring
cheery.
on eggs.
Sure.
Right? They were so happy when they were done. They brought them out to show me and my wife. Like they were like ta-da!
Yeah, yeah, that definitely sounds like your children.
It was awesome. So what I do want to tell you is enjoy those eggs, and they are not farm fresh, but they may or may not be hard boiled. So crack them at your own will.
Some of them smell like they've been cooked.
Yeah, no, I will tell you right now, of the dozen, there's at least 6 that are hard boiled. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're feeling lucky, punk?
Do you? Did I boil 6 or did
By
I
the
boil
way,
12?
any one that you open on your desk and it's not hard boiled, you're rubbing off the word. You're scrubbing the word for free.
Wait. I know a guy that could help him with that, though. His name is Andrew.
Andrew. He scrubs for free as well.
Well, he'll rub that right off for you.
Hey, so even though I didn't have an eventful week, Mac, by the way, I didn't hear thank you to either one of us.
Wow.
So,
Thanks, Ted.
Yay! Yay!
wow. You believe that?
I believe that. I totally believe that.
What a deckhand. Anyway.
so much pain.
What did we have? What was on that jackwagon? Wasn't that one of them on there? Yeah. What a jackwagon.
What a jackwagon. That gentleman is a jackwagon.
Yeah. He's juice box. So, hey, I haven't had a business idea in a long time. And
I've been enjoying this.
So here's the deal, okay? I got I have an idea.
Wait.
And I want to throw it out.
Okay, hold on, though. No, I don't, and no means no.
Practicing?
Yes, I'm preemptively out.
All right. How about this? How about a shower drain that flushes so you can't just only pee in the shower? How about a shower drain that flushes?
Well, I mean, poop shoot's already taken, so we can't name it that.
Right. But I mean, don't you ever get tired of like Waffle stomping one down the drain? You know what I mean? Don't you want, why are you leaving the microphone? He was drinking coffee when I said that. I believe I killed him. I think I killed him. So,
Oh God, that went up my nose.
yeah, there's no amount of water that you can like rush down after that, and you can't get it off your heel. You know what I mean? So it's like you're done. So what about if you had like a lever in there and you could actually flush the shower drain?
A clever lever.
A clever lever. I like that.
You know what's funny about this is that someone in my family is trying to actually start a business, and they were like, "Hey, could you help me think like brainstorm names for a business?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm not very good at that."
Yeah.
Sorry, I've never even attempted that. Why would I?
That's not my jam.
Yeah, not in my wheelhouse.
Not my jam.
Not in my wheelhouse. Also, clearly shows that you're not listening to That Checks Out.
So I want to throw that idea out there. If people have something I can build on with that, I think it would be great. Okay. So I really do.
Never saw Waffle Stomp coming.
Waffle Stomp. It's like the Macarena, only different.
Yeah. Brian, can we start a band just so we can name it Waffle Stomp?
And you got to sing like a death metal hokey pokey song.
How'd you get that name? Well, funny story.
Funny story. Can I use your shower?
Yeah, it's a really crappy story. Like, really.
Hey, you know what? And yeah.
Wow.
The king of segues over here. Hey, you know what?
That was pretty good. Right? Hey, you know what's totally unrelated to what I was just talking about?
Hey, you know what? I don't want you getting the spotlight anymore. Let me turn it back to me.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's really how it felt.
I forgot. I left myself a small note in my notes. I didn't have something happen to me this week other than the whole egg thing, which was really cool. We did that last night. And that's why I wanted to say, here's my week. That was fun. But what really happened was I was up. Well, it was a night we were doing the gaming and went a little late.
Oh, yeah. We do games with our friend TJ, known as Dr. Deadtree on Twitch.
Yeah.
We play a game called Quiplash.
Yeah, it's actually it's a really fun time. I got my first win this week.
You did win.
I got my first win.
That checks out. Took 3 of the 5 games that night.
Yeah.
TCO.
Yeah. He started a chant.
I know.
But so anyway, oh, look at you raising the screen. Still can't see you.
Well, he's just
for the
interested in his
camera.
own camera. His own camera.
You're gonna start cussing in a minute. I can tell, because he's gonna knock something over and he's gonna drop something. He's gonna, yeah.
So he's gonna have egg in his lap.
I just snorted. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So,
All right, so
I'm up late, so I couldn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm on Facebook, and I get a thing from Dawn the astrologer that wants. Yeah. So me, sleep deprived, put my email in there. Yeah, I want to know my astrology report, right? So I get a 47-page, thing where it looks like the only thing changing it is Damon. And it's like a really bad dub. You know what I mean? It's like at one point you're like, did that just say Susan? Did you not take the name out and change it?
They accidentally misspelled Susan, so they couldn't find and replace. So Susan is like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Suzanne.
Yeah.
We didn't. We called her a different name that time.
I agree if it was like audio. So it'd be like, Damon, we want to tell you. Wait a minute.
So she sends me this, right? She sends me this whole astrology report. Now here's where I find complete garbage, because the next day I don't respond, because what it is, you read through all this stuff and it's very positive and uplifting and it's telling me how I'm going to find love. I've been married like 17 years and I'm about to find love. Okay.
This is a dangerous path you're on.
Right. So anyway, I'm doing this and I'm reading it and I get through, and then, good things are coming your way and you should believe in your energy. And everybody has like a 2-day window where they can get stuff done. Well, they want to tell you when the 2-day window is, which costs money.
Okay. That's how they get you.
Right. But anyway, so I read through and it says continue. And I'm like, I'm going to keep continuing until it says like, I want money. And then it gets to it takes a lot of time to put together these reports and and I just can't do that, but I can charge you a small fee. And I'm like, you can charge me no fee because we're not going to go any farther. So that's fine. But anyway, I don't respond. The next day, I'm sorry, Brian.
The best part is that me telling that story, I'm running right through it. You telling that story?
No, I stopped.
Whoa. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
First
what
off,
was that?
we all know I don't
was
have
that?
keys to jingle, but we all know you don't jingle or make noises when Damon's talking,
What was
because what
that?
happened? Squirrel.
What was that?
Yeah. So anyway, all I know is if I hear an egg crack, I better hear an expletive after it, because I'm hoping you got the wrong one. So anyway, I go down. The email then the following day is where'd you go? Well, first off, Don, if you were great, you would know that already.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when it comes in and says, are you okay? Look, you're an astrologer. You should know this. And if you feel I'm not okay, would you notify somebody else?
What? Right.
To come look for me. It was so ridiculous. I was getting 4 or 5 emails a day from Dawn. So I'm thinking to myself, nobody else contacts Dawn because she's got
Dawn's
a lot.
got some free time.
She got some free Damon time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's after the big that checks out funds that we don't have.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, can you just write the check straight to Dawn?
Yeah. My name's Damon. Right, Dan. Yeah. If you could just make it right out.
Yeah, Healy, if you just want to send it right to Dawn. Hey, Dan, don't pay Damon, pay Dawn. You got that, Dan? All right. All right. Damon?
Dawn the astrologer. That's what she goes by, if that is even your real name, But, it was amazing.
Yeah, Sunrise the Liar was taken.
But then everything on there, it's strictly confidential. It says strictly confidential. Well, okay, but you just put it in an email and send it to me, Okay. And then she wants to tell me, like I said at the end, it all boils down to.
Isn't it weird? Like, don't tell people how this works. It's strictly confidential.
Right. Yeah.
I did a great reading for you, but don't tell anyone else, because I don't want them to compare notes.
Right.
That's the same thing you told me, only the names are different. So that's why it's strictly confidential.
I need to find somebody else that has my sign. Who's the Taurus? I need you to talk to Don the astrologer and see what's going on.
I'm not a Taurus. I'm an F-150.
It's a transit period. Okay. And it says in here, I could be experiencing a transit period as early as April 3rd.
Oh, you did take one of those old people trains?
Yeah.
On this transit?
The transit, yeah.
Which we discovered before recording that those are just called trains?
Yeah, they're just called trains. Yeah. Mac, I know some people that took an old people train. Okay.
So a train. They got on one of those, the planes with no wings that ride on a track? So a train. It's like calling it one of those old people Cadillacs. Yeah. So you mean a Cadillac.
Yeah, so you mean a Cadillac. By the way, great story next week involves a Buick. Because that's also
middle-aged Buick?
Yeah, I was going to say that's a middle-aged car. Yeah.
So a Buick.
Yeah. So a Buick.
We were at a dealership once, and the guy was like, you really want this Buick? I don't see you guys being Buick people.
Yeah. Tiger Woods drives one. Well, we pay him millions of dollars to drive one. Oh, so what are you going to pay me? Yeah, you're not Tiger Woods. So what I'd like to do, okay, is I'm done with Dawn the astrologer. I just had to bring that up because I thought it was...
you can't tell us anymore. It's strictly confidential.
Brian, I'm going to need you to timestamp all that and take it off. I really feel like she's going to come after me. Even though
she'll never see it. Like, she'll never see that coming, though.
Yeah. Well, the best part was...
Wait, are you okay? Shouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you have warned me yesterday? Dawn, why didn't you warn me yesterday?
You are my go-to on if I'm okay.
Are you okay? Because I have a premonition that you might not be.
So, hey, now, Mac, you're probably not old enough, but there used to be a talk show on called Montel Williams.
Oh, I thought you were going to do that. Call me now.
I think they were still playing reruns in the 90s.
Okay, so he used to have this redheaded lady on. Well, she dyed her hair red. She was old as hell. Sylvia something.
Yeah.
Sylvia something. And what she would do is she would find missing people. Okay, but here's how every one of those readings started. I see a heavily wooded area. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's kind of where they go.
Yeah.
I see an M or a J in their name.
Yeah. I see.
All right.
Yeah.
You went kind of narrow with the first one. You got a wide with the second one. I don't know where you're going with that.
Yeah, I see an M or a J. Oh man, there's a vowel in there. Oh, there's definitely a vowel.
I see people that are sad because they're missing.
Yeah. I'm seeing candles. Was there a candlelight
Sylvia
vigil?
Brown, I think, was her name.
Sylvia Brown. That's what it was. But she starts going on the whole thing, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty much where everybody's heading. Now, if you were to tell me, hey, why don't you go check the Denny's parking lot in the third spot over from the handicap, and the guy's just laying there, you'd be like, Sylvia, you're awesome. You know what I mean? Or you're guilty. Okay, there's one or two things.
I was just watching this, and the clip they used to like show it was actually the WGN morning news, and the lady was like, "So yeah, I'm thinking an M or a J name," and like, Marianne. Oh yeah. Does she have a boyfriend? Well, she's my daughter. She's 6. Oh, well, is there a boy she's really like good friends with? I'm like, nice try. Yeah, nice try. Nice try. Your cold reading went ice cold.
Well, remember when they used to have, what was that, John Edwards, that would do the whole auditorium?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, I never believed. Now, the one lady, Long Island lady, I like the Long Island lady.
But it always seems like they're playing a game of Guess Who.
Right. Yeah. So, who in here lost a loved one? And 97% of the audience's hands go up, and
okay. And how many of these loved ones were bald?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. What does water polo mean to anyone? No, I mean seriously. Then he starts just doing shticks.
No, I don't get it.
It's so dumb.
Why is it sometimes it's on horses and sometimes in a pool? I don't get it. Do they put the horses in the pool?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
This is stupid.
What they don't get is they don't notice, like the people that go into these audiences don't notice they spend like 90 minutes in an auditorium, like in a like a foyer between the front doors and the auditorium, filling out forms, and there's microphones from the ceiling, listening. Oh yeah. Just the other week I went to Florida with my family to, we had to, sadly we had to, we went for the grandma or whatever like that. And then it's like, did anyone recently go to Florida? And I did that in high school once.
They're miking up the audience in the green room.
I did that in high school once. I overheard a conversation, and then later on was like, so are you doing all right? Like, yeah, why? I'm like, I just get this feeling like something happened to you. And I literally word for word repeated the conversation back. Like, how did you know that? I sit 2 desks behind you.
Yeah, because you talk.
Sit 2 desks behind you. Are you nuts? Is that an old person train, Brian?
I had a tedimission or premonition.
Yeah,
tedimission. Had a tedimission.
That doesn't. No, wait, nope. Timestamp.
You're gonna want a waffle stomp.
That said out loud made you gross.
Yeah, you're gonna want to waffle stomp that. That's for sure. So until we come up with the flush.
Yeah, or change my sheets.
I've never crapped the bed in my life. I don't understand why that is where your brain went.
I wasn't talking about that admission.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were talking about high school 2 seconds ago.
Ted's like, and at that moment, Damon realized he wasn't talking about there.
Yeah. At that moment, Damon caught up.
That's when he got, hi, I'm Earth. Have we met? Yeah.
Hello.
It's for you. It's Earth.
The round one. The round one.
Man, just going off on that Sylvia chick, though, that's just funny because that's what popped in my head as we were talking. I'm like, oh, remember, she used to be on there.
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
Yeah, that was her big claim to fame. It's like if someone was missing, they're like, go get Sylvia. I'm like, can she stop chain smoking long enough to tell you which wooded area your son is in?
I see him in a wooded area. I don't think it's going to be a good thing when you find him.
Is that what she sounded like?
No, but
I don't remember.
She was rough though.
Yeah,
she was rough. She was rough, and she was like a staple on that show.
I feel someone in this audience or in this room at least is going to have cancer soon. I get that premonition. I don't know who it is, but
anybody know a redhead?
Yeah, I'm getting the color brown for some reason. Yeah. Brown.
Yeah,
Sylvia.
Again, I was late on that one. I just showed up. We're going to need some kind of light over my head. Okay, give me a full
switch because we're gonna we're gonna have the punchline to put behind you on Google.
Yeah,
this is where Ted's going with this joke.
I come in all giggly this morning, and we're all worried. They're like, "You're not gonna stop giggling long enough to do this." The good news is I don't get the jokes on time, so the giggle's delayed.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Why is Damon's giggle on a 7-second delay?
Yeah, I need the like the one that always goes out in my wife's closet. You know, you pull the pull cord. I need that light. I need that. Like that light's not on. Damon, we should move on. Damon's not going to get this one. But no, that was pretty good. She never did the big auditorium. So like that John Edwards guy did. Other people would do that, and it really is. I mean, I hate to say it. It's very much like improv and work in a room.
Yeah, it's very much reading a room. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I love that show, Long Island Medium. Yeah. And I like her only because I do feel there's some legitimacy there in some of that stuff. Again, when you got a film crew following you, I don't know what the film crew knows ahead of time and can tell you. I have no idea, you know. But it's weird that every store you walk into has a early 20s person that just lost Papaw, you know what I mean? And you feel that. So, and I couldn't imagine walking through life and doing that either. I mean, just being like, you know, first off,
yeah, because you're behind when we're actually in real time,
right? Yeah,
There's no way if you saw it in the future, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I should have told you that. I was late. I'm sorry. I was going to warn you about that car because I saw it." But
so your loved one just said something really funny a minute ago. I just got it. I'm really sorry about that.
Duck. Oh man, I saw it and it didn't catch up to me. Yeah. Sorry about your face.
Hey, when you get up, you're going to want to duck. And that's why what's weird too is you always see. Usually it's like one of the guys too, like the husbands that get drugged there.
Yeah.
And they're like, they want to walk up and talk to him. And he's like, I don't believe a word you're saying. You know? It's like, come on, man. You know?
Have you ever been in an audience where they try to bring like participants on stage?
I haven't.
Well, not just for that, for any performance. They
no,
try
like Blue Man Group or stuff like that.
Nothing, yeah, or I've been in like when I spend my Branson money, sometimes they'll like bring a guy up and like sing a romantic song to him and try to like embarrass him in front of the audience and stuff. I have sometimes in my mood been like, okay, I'll play along. And sometimes I've literally been like, no. And then they'll try to drag me. I'm like, no. Yeah. Like, again, no.
Yeah.
And we've learned no means no. So and then so now they're like 4 bar, like they're way too far in the song to turn around. They're like, well, what do I do now? Like either we have to start the song over again, or I got to go back up to this empty stool and pretend that I'm harassing a gentleman.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember the other talk show? No, I know you know this one, Mac. Remember the Jerry Springer show?
Yep.
Okay, that was
I'm
a
not
show.
familiar. What are we talking about?
Right, but that was the show where when you say no, it like when you get invited to the Jerry Springer show, when they go, okay, we're ready for you, go no.
Oh yeah,
no. If you're in the alley on Jerry Springer, there is nothing good waiting for you inside. Right, there's no reason to go inside.
The title card at the end of the show used to be like, "Do you have a story about?" And then it was like, "Do you know a person who is like?" Because it wasn't like people wouldn't volunteer themselves anymore. Like, "Oh yeah, I know a guy."
Yeah,
like, "Hey, your buddy suggested we call you for the Jerry Springer." Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Do you want to sucker punch your cousin because you think something happened? Yeah. Call me, you know?
Yeah. No, thanks.
Yeah. But I used to love too. They come out and they'd be like, what are you doing here? It's like, who do you think went? You had to find childcare.
Right.
You're both left the house.
Yeah.
To go
hey,
somewhere.
Can you watch the kids? Oh, no, I'm watching Cousin Johnny's kids. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the exact same time? The exact same day?
Yeah. Yeah. Where are they going?
Did he go to Kmart and buy a shirt and tie right before that too?
Right. From the Will the Defendant Please Rise collection? Yeah, exactly.
Kmart. He went to Goodwill, you son of...
Kmart. Well, that
rich?
Isn't there? There's one left. Right?
Kmart, I think there's like 10 across the country.
Yeah, well, I remember we found the one.
Well, then that one's closed now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was just there saying goodbye to that town forever this past week. And
because you were bouncing around there like you were really enjoying yourself. Yeah. I have a video of that. Yeah. So
I was walking around like I had an emission in my pants.
Yeah. Teddy mission.
Yeah. I waffle stomped that right in the Kmart bathroom.
Either ellipses or emission. You go with whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Yeah.
Whatever falls out that day.
However he's feeling. So, hey, got time for a couple strange stories maybe?
I think we do.
I think we should. Where are we going with strange stories? Oh, he's going to the board.
This is Strange Stories.
That's our friend Monster who has a podcast.
Yeah.
Hanging with Monster. We're going to be on that podcast. Did you know that?
We are. Well, yeah, I know that because we rode together and we're going there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We don't know whose is going to come out first. Like, so if you're coming to us from Monster's Podcast or you're going to Monster's Podcast because us,
yeah,
check it out. Hanging with Monster. You can find that at all your favorite podcast areas. Apple Apple,
Yeah, he's on all
iTunes,
platforms.
Google, Spotify. Yeah.
He's on all platforms, and then once we're on there too, we'll put a link on our page and stuff
Right.
too. So check him out. He's more of the interview process. That's what he does. He
Yeah.
does a lot more sitting.
Yeah, he brings in people and finds out different things about people from all
He's
over the
smarter
place.
than us because we nobody likes listening to us, and we don't bring anybody else. Oh, we brought Roy in for a couple. That was good.
Yeah, we brought
So,
Jim Spinelli in once.
We brought Spinelli came in and sat down. We had the girls.
Oh, we had
from,
the girls from Loa.
Yeah.
Intentionally Loa.
That was probably.
That was my favorite episode because they tore you a
I was
new
going to
one
say that I was in check.
live
Yeah.
in studio.
Yeah, that was like probably the best time I was held in check here. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That
I know
checks
Mac
out.
was grinning the whole time.
Yeah.
So, but all right, strange stories. Now I teased you with this one last week.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. What are we talking about?
Right, San Francisco poop testing company charged with fraud.
Now, is this rice-a-roni?
Right. No, that's the other way. That binds you up.
Okay.
That's the opposite. So here's the tagline under it. Imagine swabbing your butt only to find out the procedure was for nothing.
Oh, like when you ghost poop? You ever have that? Like, you're like, I swear I pooped,
No.
and there's nothing there.
The ghost?
Yeah, you never heard of the ghost poop?
No.
Well, Mac, if you could please.
We're gonna,
All right. So anyway, so what's this?
I don't know. Apparently now I'm going to be waffle stomping memories. I don't know. I'm going to be. There's got to be something coming.
Memories clog the toilets of my shower.
Stomping down the drain.
So what was this?
So basically, you know how they check like your what do they call those microbiomes or biomes or whatever they call those things?
Biome.
Biomes, microbiomes.
I know Mike.
Biome. I'm making laser sounds. Microbiome.
I know
biome.
Mike Biomes.
Yeah, you know Mike
He
Biomes.
he fought featherweight back in the 80s. Michael Biomes.
He did not pity the fool.
Yeah, I know Biodome. That started Pauly Shore, my boy.
Oh, come on, man. Get off. I know you're in the fan club.
No, I
but
knew
stop
Brian.
talking
I knew
about
Brian
it.
was going to go there. I had to get in front of it.
Yeah.
I knew I was suddenly going to be looking at
Yeah.
Biodome on
I was
the
gonna say,
screen behind
You
you.
always want to step in front of the Pauly Shore bus.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I already did. I might as well take that hit for everyone.
I'm sure it's a short bus. But anyway.
Probably hit you twice.
No, so basically, when you're checking your own self for organisms that shouldn't be in your body and making sure your levels are right.
Oh, is this like you do a testing, you're sending it into them?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct. So it's
But
crap
they were
in a cup.
Yeah,
It's
they were
crap
just
in a
sending
cup.
back fake results
Right.
and taking your money.
Right, taking your money.
Okay.
They said that these people out of investors and people that were submitting and like just getting like it'd be the same as if we had a cup or a table full of cups. Mac, we should do this. Table full of cups here that we just had to go through afterwards. We could just throw them in the garbage and send everybody back a list going, hey, you need to eat more carrots. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell that based on my cup that Brian needs to get better coffee filters.
yes. That looks horrendous.
Yo, I started chewing the coffee at the end there. If I had snorted that when you said waffle stomp, I would be dead right now.
You got to waffle stomp your coffee grounds out
Like
of your
somebody
butt.
waffle stomped up his nose. I don't know what happened here.
But so people are sending this as $65 million they're fraudulent on. $65 million
Wait, you can-
business from people that invested. Okay.
Wait, you can make $65 million from not doing shit?
Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
That felt good.
You know what's weird? I got that one in time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did. Do you see the bulb go on?
I did.
I got that one
Yeah.
right away.
Well, that was a good joke. That's why.
But what's funny is so these people, that was $60 million from investors and bogus claims. All right. But they said they had a proven model of how to like basically go through the crap.
Yeah, it's called a pyramid scheme. They had a proven model of a pyramid scheme. I know how we can make money.
What's your proven model? It goes by the name Ponzi.
So, yeah, there's a
Is it
guy.
Ponzi?
There's a guy at the top, and then two guys, and then four guys.
So listen, if you sign up and you get 3 of your friends
Yeah.
to sign up,
If you send
their
us-
poop
yeah.
is going to make you money.
If you send your poop, and then get 6 guys to send us their poop as well, and then they get 6 guys to send us poop, we'll be rich, and you'll have nothing. And I like where this is going.
we will send you their poop. You can do whatever you want with it.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, basically the kit was just a cup with like a Q-tip type swab, and that was it. So
So then you could go to Dollar General and buy Dixie cups and Q-tips.
mine
Where
has
in the money?
Mine has Lightning McQueen on it, no lid. Is that weird?
Yeah, mine's Frozen. I don't get it. No, like the actual cartoon Frozen. I don't.
Right. Mine's sit on the cup for a while. No, the actual cartoon. And ouch, that hurts. Yeah. So, but they had a bunch of claims coming in saying that basically that they weren't getting back. So people like that are deemed healthy are not healthy, and they still can't figure out why. So they take it the next step and they find out, well, I wasn't healthy. Well, but that last poop was. You know what I mean? How do you do?
Yeah.
Well, you're starting now.
Yeah.
I'm starting now. You know. So, because people that do this stuff, they do it for a reason. I mean, they're not.
Right.
You know, I've never. I shouldn't say that. We've all crapped in something. Usually, put it in a bag and light it on fire on somebody's. It's still for a reason, but it's not for testing.
I'm curious where this is going.
It's not. No, it's not for testing. So, but my whole point is that with this, if you're doing it, it's probably because you don't feel.
Yeah,
well.
we've all done that on I-80 in your own pants. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, you said when you call it a ghost.
Yeah, when you're 4 minutes from where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I see. I know when you're ghosting someone is something totally different than what you're talking about.
Since Mac is Damon me and not giving me Google, I will look it up. But keep going with your
No. So realistically, what it is I guess it ended up being they're going to have a soup pack. They're going to have to pay everybody that submitted $3,000 back. Now that leads me to believe I couldn't find the original cost of what it cost to do this. I can't imagine it cost $3,000 to do this. But everybody that was like fraudulent
to fake that you're testing poop. Yeah,
Right.
it probably doesn't cost $3,000.
right? Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
But I think you have to make it high enough for people to believe. Like if you were like, yeah, we can test your poop.
Yeah.
Send it to us for $19.99. Like, wait
we'll
a minute.
send you a second cup. You just pay shipping
Yeah.
and handling.
But wait, there's more.
Do you have bad aim?
Yeah.
We'll send you a second cup.
For no charge but additional processing and handling fees, we'll send you gloves. Like at that point, we're like, wait a minute. Okay.
We'll send you a paper target. I think you're missing a step here.
We'll send you a sock shaped like a waffle. All right, here I am. I've been reading this from, I've looked this up. Ghost poop. The kind where you feel the poop come out, but there's no poop in the toilet.
That's
Yeah,
what are you
and then-
Wikipedia
then-
where anybody can
then
write something in?
The sidebar to that then there is the clean poop, or the kind where you feel poop coming out. You see it, but there's nothing on the paper.
Those are my favorite.
So those are
my favorite. Yeah, those are great.
those are called a done deal.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm like firing up the pet chat and I'm
Yeah.
going in for
Well, did you ever see that? It's in like an outtake from Parks and Rec where Andy's saying to the doctor, he's like, I just keep wiping. I keep wiping. It's like I'm wiping a marker. I nearly died that day.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, the whole room just breaks because they didn't see it go. It was like amazing.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the
It
problem.
wasn't
It's not.
solid.
Yeah,
Right, it wasn't solid.
yeah. But I'm saying, like, you have to make it $3,000. You have to make it an
Well, but
amount
I'm
where
saying-
it seems legitimate.
so-
where like that seems what science costs. I'm going to fall for that.
Wait a minute. Are you sending me Tupperware?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a cost involved there.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And a cotton swab? Not a regular. Oh, cotton swab. Well, those ain't free.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here.
What's the thread count on that Q-tip? You're saying?
It's got to be sterile. That costs money.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like those bags of corn dogs coming.
Just got a guy that goes and blows on every one of them before he puts them in the bag. What's he doing? He's blowing the dust off, and we don't want you sticking that anywhere where it shouldn't be with dust on it.
Why does my Q-tip say corn dog on the side? Like I don't. Or it has jokes in the
I was gonna
popsicle.
say, mine's got a funny limerick.
The popsicle jokes.
Mine's a push-up too. This is so awkward. Am I supposed to feel this?
Yeah. Who was it the other day that was saying you're like we had a different childhood because we were conditioned to eat ice cream from a toilet paper tube.
Yeah, for sure.
The push-up was legitimately just a toilet paper
Yeah,
tube.
yeah. It's like keep pushing it up, and you're done. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, yeah, you guys done with that Charmin? We need to make some push-ups.
Right.
That's why there was a toilet paper like shortage.
Well, that's when I
no
was
one was eating push-ups.
When I was a kid, they're like, "How many push-ups can you do? Like a whole box?"
Yeah.
What does that?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? That's too many.
Are they original orange ones? Because I'm not as much of a fan of those, but I can
Yeah,
try.
I ate the orange ones. Yeah. But so anyway, that was basically it. So anybody that they defrauded, which I got to think you're probably maybe $199. They had to have been something.
Yeah, I'm saying you have to make it like
149,
Right.
199. It has to be believable,
and
like
it has
you
to
said.
end in a 9 because Americans are stupid.
Right. Then you feel like you're getting a deal.
$150. I can't afford that. No, actually, it's $149.99. Oh well, checkbook.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you
Let
say
me
so?
get my
Can I have
old
two?
person checkbook.
Can I have two?
You mean a checkbook?
Yeah, let me get my old person writing stuff. You mean a checkbook?
Let me get my writing money.
Let me get my old person credit cards. That's Mac. He tore me up this morning with the old person. Yeah. So then they went on an old person train, and then they went on.
First, you're like, what? Like the Orient Express?
Yeah, that's what I said. Orient Express. What were they on? You know, one
I
of
was
the,
like, yeah, you could have just said train.
yeah, train. Yeah.
Well, they had their own stateroom and a porter at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't give this story to us last week because we'd still be talking about it now.
Yeah.
Oh, we're 2 hours in. Can I squeeze in this poop story real quick?
Do we have time for some poop?
They write me checks too.
Was that a check?
That's so
Did
awesome.
they fill out the memo part too? That's great. For Brian's little business.
For staying awake for 45 minutes.
It's a podcast.
Okay. I got to tell you right now, I almost snorted a lot on that one. I snorted twice already, and I was really, that was solid.
We see nothing all day. There's a check just floats up over the monitor for it.
Yeah.
They do pay in check.
I can't even see the guy. And all of a sudden I see an arm come up with like he's waving it like it's a flag.
Did they bring in their own inkwell and fountain pen? To whom do I pay this out to, sir?
I pay to the Audiohive Podcast. So I have some other stories, but I think why don't we let's end on this because we're getting close here. Let's end on this. I got based on the Suez Canal this week and watching that whole thing where the boat was stuck sideways, which
I don't like going from a poop story to this because it feels like we're going to tie it in.
No, though this right here, the 4 worst professional blunders throughout history. Now you're a history buff. Okay.
Well, I'm no other kind of buff.
Right.
So sure.
you're barely Biff.
Yeah.
So anyway, which by the way,
I'm a history puff, I think. Yeah. Very puffy.
So it says we all sometimes screw up our jobs, but in these cases, they're a whole nother level. Okay. So they talked about the Suez Canal. That's what brought this up. Number 1. Now listen, I consider myself a Titanic buff.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I'm buffing as well.
Do this countdown more pride.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah. Number 1. Okay. Is that, and I did not know this. Now, if either one of you knew this, I'm going to feel bad because I'm really versed on this. The Titanic's lookout had no binoculars.
Yes, I was aware of that.
Okay, see now, for some reason, and all my stuff I watched, and all the fun we made fun of this.
I think they wanted to keep that under the table. Like, by the way.
Okay, and it says because the locker keys went missing.
Yeah.
So essentially, the guy that was in charge of had binoculars that had the keys to unlock the locker where they kept them, he got on another boat and never got on the freaking Titanic.
This is very much like if you give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah.
But we didn't have binoculars because we didn't have a locker key. We didn't have a locker key because the guy with the locker key was on a different boat. He was on a different boat because...
That's exactly. So I'm reading this and I'm like, this is amazing. So that is number 1.
Now, that has happened to me, though, where I've gone to install something at work and I get everything laid out. I have all my parts, everything. I'm like, hey, can I get into this so I can like run the wires? Yeah, let me just grab the... Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tony's not here today.
Yeah, no, literally, they gave us the keys last night and they went home. I'm like, okay, I'm here now. Well, they're due in at 11. Cool. I'm here now.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be here when however long it takes their car to get from where they are to here. That's when they're gonna be here.
When will then be now? Soon.
Yeah,
very soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
So I was totally unaware. Mac, do you know about the binocular thing or no?
Nope.
Okay. So essentially, you hit an iceberg and you don't give the guy the key thing. Cool. I get that. And it makes way more sense now.
But he was up on that like crow's nest, just holding his hands up to his eyes, like that doesn't look good. Yeah. Hey guys, maybe maybe turn. I don't know.
What's that light? Is he playing his Game Boy again? He's got his Switch up there.
Man, are we getting to the United States that quickly? Wow, I didn't think that was that close.
All right, so you'll probably be able to tell me this just by the title, okay? Mac, I don't know how well-versed you are in history, but just listen to the title, see if you know what it is, all right? Okay. A driver's wrong turn started World War I.
Oh, that was with... was that with Archduke? What's his name?
Yeah.
Ferdinand, yeah.
Franz Ferdinand,
yeah.
right. So essentially...
Yeah, I knew that too. Like they went the wrong way and they're like, look, there's that guy.
So they
literally were like, oh, that guy.
They tried to kill him earlier in the day with a bomb. The bomb went off. They were a bad throw. The bomb went off in a crowd. So...
Yeah, so it's like the roads got messed up because they were doing that.
Well, the roads were messed up, but then here's the reason the Archduke left to go visit the people that got hurt that day. The driver didn't have Google Maps and didn't know where he was going.
Yeah.
Drove down the wrong street in an attempt, I think that I don't know if they were turning around, but drove down the wrong street, pulled up next to the guy or one of the guys in the group that tried assassinating him earlier, and he went, "Oh, there he is!"
That's what I'm saying.
Pop, pop, and it was done.
Literally went like
he literally. I mean, it was.
What am I going to do? I was supposed to do. Hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
You call him. I'm not calling him. You call him.
Well-
Hold on a second. Nobody's going to call him. Look at
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy didn't be like, turn left now, honey.
Right. So essentially that was what started World War I. So again, major faux pas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. The driver's like,
Well, that was your fault. You invented Google Maps way too late.
Right.
Your
Well,
timing on that was off.
Just think if we would have had barely legal rideshare.
Yeah, I was talking about the lady that programmed her own Uber.
Yes.
Turn left, baby.
Turn left.
You're gonna go 2 miles and hang a right.
All right. I remember where I was for this one. I'm sure you do too. NASA authorities ignore warnings about the Challenger.
Yeah, we were in.
Yeah, we were in grade school at Boost
We were in
Central.
fourth grade, yeah.
I think I was on the playground.
You were in the playground because I had to stay in. They chose me to stay in and listen to the radio for details.
Yes.
And then everyone came in, and I was like,
I was on the playground, and then I came in, and then later on they wheeled the TVs in on carts.
Yeah.
And we got to see some of this stuff. But
I could have done without that, for sure.
Yeah. So, but much like, I hate to say it, so like that's a major tragedy. You know what I mean? But not that starting World War I's not a
Well,
major
and also
tragedy.
I mean, we're making fun of the Titanic, but it feels
Right.
like we didn't live that.
Yeah.
So
Too
it's-
soon?
Yeah.
Too soon.
Now
Yeah.
we're in the Challenger. Like, wait a minute, 80s
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah. So, and that's that was what's wild. But see, I remember too, like 9/11 was tragic. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that
So,
too. Yeah.
so what's weird is when we were sitting here talking to Roy. See, I was on a job site with my buddy Jeremy. We were doing plumbing, and we're listening to CCQ, listening to Roy do his thing, and he cuts in the middle of a song, and basically says, "Hey." Hey, something bad happened, and at that time they thought it was a private plane. You know that this and that. It was brand.
Yeah, no, I
fresh
remember
news.
I was watching the news
Yeah.
between the two.
So we didn't have any visual. We're just going. off of Roy.
I saw it.
Then when he cuts back into the next song or a couple songs later, and he's like, another plane.
Yeah.
And his voice was not himself. And I'm like, and I didn't know him personally at that time. I met him a couple years after. But it was crazy just to hear that. But I remember where I was. I remember the exact job site I was on, everything.
Yep.
You know, 'cause you
I
just-
remember calling my dad, and he'd been like, "Yeah, no, I remember. This reminds me of the JFK thing."
Yeah.
I remember that day is he was telling me that day for him was vivid in his mind. He's like, it's probably going to be like that for you, where you're going to remember every single thing you do today.
Yeah.
And I do.
It's very weird. Very weird. But even like I said, the Challenger, 8 maybe?
We're fourth grade.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
8,
don't know
9
what-
years
I don't know
old.
how old
You know,
that is,
it's
but-
somewhere in there. But my whole point is that I was on the playground and I remember that, and then coming back in and being told before, but we didn't have.
Oh, I just remember being like, "Hey, we're going out to recess. Hey, Ted, we want you to stay in here and listen to the radio because we heard something's going on. Can you let us know if there's?" Why would you tell a kid that? Why was I picked for that? But I remember sitting listening to the radio, like, "Oh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they all went on smoke break. They're teachers.
Oh, that's true.
They probably went to the teacher's lounge.
I got a feeling something's pretty bad. Let's let Ted listen to the radio.
Yeah, but that lasted like 73 seconds and it was gone.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But okay, and the last one. Do you remember the time that the German officers all went home to celebrate Rommel's birthday and what that day was called?
D-Day?
Yeah, D-Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stormed the beaches and they all like, we're gonna go have some cake.
Yeah.
It was a very bad day for some
Hey,
people.
guys, we're going to leave everything pointed towards the ocean real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just leave everything. Hey, you three, just hold on the fort. We got a thing.
There's cake in the break room. So we're gonna be over here doing our jam.
I did not receive my piece of cake. Because last year, the ratio of people to cake.
It's my stapler.
Yeah. Okay, but if you let me move my desk one more time, I'm going to set the building on fire.
And you know that guy, he sees all them boats. He's like, they're not bringing the cake that way. I know the cake's
the
not
cake
coming.
was from behind us.
Yeah, we are not getting that cake. Is your watch talking?
Yeah. How did it's an error.
Cake. D-Day.
Cake. D-Day.
D-Day.
If you make me move my desk one more, nope, none of it set the watch
Okay,
off. I
nothing.
don't know what the code is.
So, but those were the biggest four. Now, again, I'm sorry, the Suez Canal thing doesn't rate with that stuff. It's a boner move, man.
Yeah.
It's total. I get it, but it's not
The guy
anywhere
from
near.
Growing Pains got the boat stuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Kirk Cameron's like,
yeah.
you can do it, man. I'm positive you can do it.
Vince DeBone, I think, was his actual character's name.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with the D-Day thing is similar to when we talked about it last week, Washington crossing to Delaware.
Yeah.
They waited till Christmas and they're like, hey, I bet those guys are drunk over there. Let's go see what's going on.
Right.
We just walked in. We're like, hey, we own this now. Yeah. Oh, man. No one's open on Christmas Day. How are we supposed to know it was wartime?
We heard they bought 45 candles. Okay.
Yeah.
So We're gonna go.
It's they're probably closed because it's Christmas. Let's pop over there and just.
the guys on watch are like Marshalloni.
Yeah,
They see him coming. They flip the light off. Here comes Wilson. They flip the light off.
Ted's coming. Turn that light off. Mac, we passed the Marshalloni's on the way here. Did you? There's one right up the street.
We did. Must be the last one in existence.
Yeah, where's that at?
It's over by
I don't know, but it's in a shopping center.
by Marishka's.
And we just laughed because when we drove past it,
I was in the middle of the story. I'm like, hey, look, Marshalloni's. Damon's like, are they open? Nope. Turn the sign off right now.
I'm like, they were.
Yeah.
10 points that
So
way.
now we've decided that if your sign says open but you're closed, it's Marshalloni's open.
Yeah, we're doing a soft launch, a soft opening, or a Marshalloni's opening.
Well, is Wilson going to be there?
So
I got a feeling the show is coming to an end.
yeah,
Is that right? Did my prediction come true? Hey, Montel.
You're gonna-
Montel.
well, you keep doing that voice, you're going to be in a heavily wooded area. I'll tell you that. You know, man, I'm in a heavily wooded area. Huh?
Nope. Timestamp. Can you bring me some water though? This hurts my voice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had fun today this week. We hope you did too. Check us out next time. Don't forget to check us out when we're on the Hanging with Monster podcast. We'll put the links in the description when we have that.
Yeah.
For Brian, for Damon, I have been Sylvia Brown.
Yes.
That checks out.
Hey, I would like a cordial thank you for those eggs.
Yeah, did you ever crack any of those open?
I don't know the definition of cordial.
It's like a cherry, right? Like a cordial cherry.
Oh, yeah, the drink.
It's like a microbiome.
yeah,
You know what I'm being.
I'll make you a drink. Sure.
Featherweight in the 80s. You know that guy.
Featherweight in the 80s. Gold gloves, that guy. Gold gloves.
Great guy.